How you doing? Rick Ennis here. I'm just doing this today because I hope I can save somebody's life. If I can save one life, I'm gonna be happy. I'll never know it, but it just made me feel good. Because where was this? I was reading Facebook. So I was on Facebook. One of my friends posted something from Bill down in Greenwood or Greenville, South Carolina. And he's talking about cleaning up his yard. He said, 3 people come by and clean, did what they do, cut it off his driveway and got it off the power lines. So he went out there, he started cleaning up around the power lines. I'm gonna put some pictures at the end of this so you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the high voltage line, a 3-phase line down. So he's out there and he's picking up, moving it and all, and then he said when he got done he went inside to Google it. Well, I wish Bill had Googled it sooner, but he's still here. I consider him lucky. And no telling how many people out there doing this. I'll be here, Jenkins. But anyway, he Googled it and he found out what the primary is. He calls it transmission in here, but it's the primary lines for distribution, and the secondary, he found out what it was. He calls them the shiny silver ones, but they can be insulated too. They don't always bear. But I want you to stay away from them lines. Stay 50 feet away from them. Let the power company take care of them. Let the lineman. Might have to go do that, right? But I'm just putting this out there as a safety alert. Stay away from the power lines. I know we were out here picking up limbs, and limbs are still falling. The other Friday when the hurricane came through. Good way to meet a widowmaker. You know what a widowmaker is? This limb's just kind of teetering up there and decides to fall when you're standing under it, and it makes your wife a widow. That's a widowmaker. So anyway, you wonder how I got all this vast knowledge. I was a lineman for 22 years, engineer for 10, and then a trainer for the power company. And I'm not affiliated with them, and I'm not doing this for them. I'm doing this for Rick. I like to see everybody go home like they got up in the morning, or better. You're wondering, those power lines laying there, how could they get hot? What could happen? All right, so Billy Bob down the street, a couple houses down from Bill, he seen that ad on Facebook. Generators on sale. He runs over to Harbor Freight, he gets him a generator. He brings it home, and he's done spent all his money on that generator, so he hooks it up himself. And inadvertently, not knowing how to hook it up, he left the meter in the meter box. And so when he hooks it up, Mom's inside. Oh man, we got power, we can cook, we can wash, all this stuff now. We left the meter in the box. And I'm not telling you how to hook up a generator either. So the power goes in the house, gives you that 122.40, but it also goes back out through the meter, back out through the service, whether it's underground or overhead. It hits that transformer. You know what a transformer's for? I really wish I had my PowerPoint here, but I don't. But that transformer converts electricity. It can go from high voltage to low voltage, or it can go from low voltage to high voltage. What we use them for when I was in distribution was to go from high voltage, like say just 7200 to 122.40. Well, in this case, Billy Bob's sticking it out there at 122.40, and it's going through the transformer, provided it's all still hooked up, and it goes down the line. It's going down the line 7200 volts. Bill, he's over here. He's moving them wires. Gonna clean that yard up, buddy. Well, that voltage comes down, it goes through his arm, it goes through all of his vitals, and out his leg, or whatever's touching something, ground him out. Most of the time it's your leg. They towed him to the hospital. More than likely he's not gonna make it. They went up through his vitals. Or another way, some young lineman down the road, he might decide to throw a switch in and make things hot back on you. There's numerous ways dead power lines can kill you or get you hurt real bad. It's just like a gun that's not loaded. they get you too. So, and this isn't really for any of my friends that's in the power business, but if you want to share it with your friends to help keep them alive, that'd be cool. All of a sudden I start doing this, we got all kind of traffic going. So, I probably forgot something. I was going to make some notes on this, but I like to fly by my britches sometimes too. You know, be ready to go up there to see Jesus, but don't make it any sooner than you got to. Stick around for your grandkids and your kids at that vacation. Follow these simple rules. Stay 50 foot from the power lines. I never watched the Toby Keith concert, but I did watch a tribute to him. He's got some really good songs out there. I really hate being in crowds. I watched Trace Adkins. He was at the very end. He said something Toby Keith always said. He says, never apologize for being patriotic. I'm trying to keep you from being dummy, working out there along them power lines and getting hurt, or worse yet. So keep your kids and everybody away from them. You never know when something tragic can happen. And I'm not trying to scare you, frighten you, but I just want you to be able to go home, get in that bed tonight just like you got out of it this morning. All right? Be sure to subscribe and like. Rick Ennis 0922. And I hope that helps somebody out here. Because this man Bill, he Googled this after he done moving the power lines. And I consider him very fortunate. I pray for him. He got out of that situation. And he did share his mistake, and that's a big man. So I think a lot about Bill down there, and I think it's Greenville somewhere. Anyway, this is a good place to sit and read, take a smoke. I'm not a big smoker, but a little cigar once in a while, you know.